Hello, I'm Dr. Rosemary Leonard, and today I'm going to talk to you about incontinence. Well, what is it? It's accidentally passing urine when you don't mean to, and it can vary from just a tiny occasional dribble to frequently passing large amounts of urine. Needless to say, it can cause a huge amount of distress. It can happen to anyone, but it's more common in women, particularly after having children, and 1 in 5 women over the age of 40 have some degree of incontinence. There are 2 main types of incontinence. The most common is stress incontinence. This is leakage of urine when you cough, when you sneeze, or when you exercise. What happens is there's an increase in pressure in the abdomen and on the bladder, and this leads to a leakage of urine. It's generally caused by weakness of pelvic floor muscles that support the bladder. The other type of incontinence is urge incontinence, and this is a sudden desire to pass urine and an inability to hold on, so you end up leaking urine before you get to the toilet. This is caused by either spasm of the bladder muscles, or it's caused by a mixed message going to the brain, with the bladder saying it's full before it actually is. Regardless of the type of incontinence that you have, there's various self-help measures you can do that can help. The first thing is not to restrict the amount of water that you drink, which is what a lot of people do. If your urine becomes concentrated, it actually irritates the bladder and can make a tendency to incontinence worse. Aim to drink 6 to 8 cups a day, though a bit more if the weather is very hot or if you're doing exercise. You should, though, avoid strong caffeine and a lot of alcohol, as these can irritate the bladder. The other thing you should do is only go to the toilet when you really need to. Lots of people with incontinence go to the loo just in case before they're going out, for instance. But if you go to the toilet too often, your bladder actually becomes smaller and less capable of holding large volumes of urine. So you can actually train your bladder to hold a little more. If you have stress incontinence, then the mainstay of treatment is pelvic floor exercises. These strengthen up the muscles that support the bladder. You should be able to get a leaflet on how to do these from your GP's surgery. They take several weeks to take effect, and you do need to do them frequently every single day for them to be effective. If they don't work and you continue to have stress incontinence, then surgery to support the bladder can also help. And this isn't major surgery, it's normally done via the vagina, and you normally only need a day or so in hospital. Urge incontinence is generally treated with medication which can help to relax the bladder wall. This allows the bladder to hold more volumes of urine before you need to go to the toilet. Unfortunately, side effects such as a dry mouth and constipation are quite common, so you may need to try different types before you find one that suits you.